Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Alpha Omega occasionally. On this occasion, I'm pretty angry. It's taken a while for me to calm down. Well, it didn't. It's kind of still there. I encountered something yesterday that I never encountered. Well, I won't say I never encountered before, but not to the same extent. I've just been bullied in Thailand. If you want to know, if you want to know more, stay tuned. Hello there. This is how I've been left to feel. I feel like I've been bullied. I'm going to explain to you what happened. I'm not going to mention names. I'm not going to mention where I was. I'm not going to mention what I was... Well, I'll tell you what I was doing. Put it this way. Here's the deal. Okay. I made my way to a district of Bangkok yesterday. And by the way, I'm omitting names and stuff like that, not out of respect, but out of fear. And I say that genuinely because I am angry. I made my way to a district of Bangkok yesterday, and I went to an institution, and I was moving around that institution, the grounds of that institution, when I was asked by security to rid myself or to vacate. And I asked as to why, and they said because of the camera. And I said the camera's not on. And they said you must go. So I went. And I came out into a public thoroughfare. So let's say the institution is there. So I came out at least this far and wandered around the public thoroughfare doing my thing, interviewing people. And about an hour later, I came back to where my motorcycle was parked. Let's say that's the institution. My motorcycle was parked just beside it, but on the public thoroughfare side of the street. Is that too bright? Anyway, as I approached my motorcycle, I noticed there was 3 guys standing to one side. They were dressed in smart casual gear. They had lanyards, which meant they looked like they were belonging to the institution, let's say. And I thought they looked out of place as I approached the motorcycle. I said, that's a bit unusual. Why are those 3 guys standing beside my motorcycle? There was lots of other places where they could stand, but they were standing specifically there. But I didn't think much of it. And they were almost encroaching on my comfort zone as I was at the bike, you know. But I didn't think much of it, and I just started to pack up my camera gear and that. And just as I'd finished, this other guy, with I think 2 guys in tow, raced across this courtyard of this establishment, let's say, and said, you, as Thais do. They address you as you. It's a direct translation from their language, kun, but obviously in English you don't address someone as you, but they do. Anyway, he said, you, I want to talk to you. And I was taken aback, so I stood there. And he said, what are you doing? And I should have said, well, what business is it of yours? But I didn't. I told him what I was doing. And I also told him that I'd asked the people's permission before I did what I did, in other words, to interview them. And he said, you can't do that. I said, yes, I know I can't do it on your grounds, which is there, but I'm not on your grounds. And he said, these are our grounds too. And I said, this is a public thoroughfare. He said, you can't do it. I said, what do you mean I can't do it? He said, this is Thailand. You can't do it. And I quoted to him the Data Protection Act, that if you want to video someone in Thailand, you have to ask their permission, or you have to get their permission. And I do that all the time. And I said it to him, and then he said, give me proof. You see, you're always wiser after the event. So I opened the camera and I gave him proof. But what I should have said is, I don't need to give you proof. Who the hell are you? So through the heels and the reels, and I'm deliberately not going into detail out of fear rather than out of respect, I said to him, look, have it your way. Because, see, I'm a foreigner here at the end of the day, so what can you do? Have it your way. I said, this is my job. That's still too bright. This is my job. This is what I do. And I've just wasted 3 hours of my day doing this. And I got on my bike and I went home. But after a while, when the dust had settled in my mind, I became more agitated. Why did I allow him to bully me? You see, this is a thing that happened, and it's a very real feeling that I have about intimidation and bullying. And I said I'm at great pains not to say who or where it was, but all I'll say is it's different here. I know that in the United States that you know, I've seen it on YouTube, that you can't just walk up to someone and videotape them. I know that, and I know a lot of guys have said to me before that the things I do here in terms of asking girls their ages and, you know, their preference for boys or girls, whatever it may be, is inappropriate. But it's not inappropriate here, you see. But before I ask any of these girls, I always get their permission. And I know in Europe it's probably the same, where you have to get their permission. But in Europe, no one's going to accost you. If I go to an institution, a private institution, anywhere in the world, they are within their rights to tell me that I need permission to videotape or to record video, whatever it is, on those premises. And obviously I accept that. If someone comes to my home and does the same thing, I'm going to say that to them too. God, that's getting brighter and brighter and brighter. I don't know what's going on. Whatever. I'm going to say that to them too. But when it comes to a public thoroughfare, now, by the way, I'm not on a public thoroughfare here. This is a kind of a courtyard with businesses and what have you. But if I'm on a public thoroughfare, I'm in the public domain. And that's what I said to this guy. I'm in the public domain. But that didn't... By the way, he spoke perfect English. That didn't compute with him. And the thing about the intimidation part of this is there was 3 guys standing at my motorcycle as I approached it. And I think they alerted him to come. And he ran with 2 guys in tow. So that's 6 people. 6 people standing in the background as he was bullying me. Look, I know, as I said, look, I know YouTubing, you can't just put cameras in people's faces and things like that. I ask permission. But for someone to tell me that I can't do something, I'm a free agent. If I want to do this here, where I'm not including anybody else, I'm a free agent. Who can tell me I can or I can't do? And why do people accept that? For me, it's completely baloney. And it makes me very angry. But it's left me feeling that I've been bullied in Thailand. So there you go, guys. That's my feeling. It's something that happened to me yesterday. And I hope you found it interesting. If you haven't done so already, make sure you click that like button, click the share button, click the subscribe button, do all those wonderful things. And I'll bring you back another wonderful video very soon. Thanks for joining me. Hello there.